Hey there. Well, today marks the 20th anniversary of September 11th. And I have many thoughts and things going through my head. Um, where was I on September 11th? I was working in Hong Kong. I was working at a private Christian kindergarten school at the time. And I was sitting at home, sitting in my apartment. And I get a phone call from a lady that I work with, and she called me and she said, "Jeff, something bad's happening in your country. Turn on the TV, turn on the news." So I turned on the news, and I couldn't believe what I saw. I saw the Twin Towers on fire. I saw people jumping out of windows to try to escape. It was just absolutely appalling, and I was just devastated. I had a lot of different emotions. I think a lot of different Americans, I know they all felt this. They felt anger, they felt fear, they felt sadness, they wanted vengeance. Some people fell to their knees in prayer. It really brought America together with a common thought, that we need to kind of stick together as Americans. It was no longer about conservatives and liberals, Republicans and Democrats. It was just being Americans, and we came together. And some people started going to church and praying, and some people started reading their Bibles. Some people started being more kind to their neighbors, and so we really came together as a country, I believe. And so, but yeah, no, it was a really difficult time for me personally. I was, like I said, I was living overseas, and I worked with some very opinionated women. And I'm not saying that to be sexist. I'm just saying there were some women that I worked with that were very opinionated about what had happened and why are we going to war? Why are we going over to Afghanistan? And so just really heated debates, and but they didn't really understand. It's like, they weren't in my shoes. They didn't, they couldn't understand, like, okay, well, why would you go over to Afghanistan and go to war? And I thought to myself, wait a minute, we were attacked, and so we did the right thing in going over there. Anyway, I could go on and on about that, but yeah, today marks the 20th anniversary, and it's as much as I can get upset about it. There's a lot of things I can be really thankful for now. You go back to there's a good date in history that I think a lot of people need to remember. And it was May 1st, and I want to show you something that I have hanging on my wall. It was actually, sorry, not, yeah, May 1st. This happened, and Bin Laden was killed, and so I remember I was sitting in my apartment in Washington watching the news, and it was announced, and I was just overjoyed. And it was a relief, and of course, killing this madman it won't bring back any lives that were lost, but I feel like there was some kind of closure. And so, yeah, it was, I still remember to this day, the feelings that I had when I found out that news. And I'm normally not much of a cigar smoker, but man, I tell you, I lit up the biggest cigar ever. And so, anyway, yeah, so that was something that I still remember to this day as well. And yeah, I mean, this evil man is gone. And and so it's, so basically, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of the thoughts that go through my mind, on this day. What's really sad in America right now is it seems like some people have completely forgotten that day of September 11th. You have people going about their day. They're not really, some people are just not taking it seriously. And it's sad what's going on in Afghanistan right now. And I often think, okay, those soldiers that went over there, was it all in vain? And so, yeah, there's just so much going on in the world. And and the whole thing with the coronavirus is, God makes it very clear. It's in 2 Chronicles 7:14, where it just says, "If my people who are called by my name, will pray, humble themselves, and seek my face, then will I hear from heaven, forgive their sin, and heal their land." And as Americans, I believe that is the only answer we have to bring this country back around. And it's sad because I feel like that's not really happening in our country. I know I haven't humbled myself enough. I can speak for a lot of people that, yeah, this country is in serious, serious trouble. Normally I don't do a lot of serious videos like this, but it was just my thoughts that I've been thinking today. And yeah, this America needs to come back to God, needs to come back to godly principles. And our founding forefathers, they're probably looking down at this country right now, and they're probably very saddened by what's happening. But I choose to never forget September 11th, and I also choose to never forget May 1st. And so, yeah, share your thoughts about where you were on 9/11 and just some of your emotions that you feel today. All right, thank you.